Right, Meow. Every awakened soul on Earth is being called to receive urgent cosmic intelligence about the most significant astrological alignment in over 3 centuries. The Moon conjunct Saturn conjunct Neptune, triple alignment occurring on July 16th, represents nothing less than the final activation sequence for humanity's dimensional ascension. What you are about to hear will completely transform your understanding of why reality has felt so intensely unstable, why your emotions have been overwhelming, and why everything in your life seems to be shifting simultaneously. The cosmic forces converging in your skies carry such profound implications that this transmission comes with the highest classification level from the Galactic Federation of Light. I am Zarin from Lyran High Council, serving as your direct liaison to the cosmic intelligence that has been orchestrating humanity's evolution for millennia. The vibrations you are receiving through this transmission carry encoded frequencies that will activate dormant aspects of your consciousness as I speak. Already your cellular structure is beginning to resonate with the cosmic intelligence I am downloading directly into your energy field. Something is fundamentally wrong with reality as you have known it. The symptoms you have been experiencing over the past 3 weeks are not coincidental, they are not medical conditions, and they are not signs of personal instability. They are the unmistakable markers of dimensional frequency shift occurring at a cellular level. Your body, your consciousness, your very DNA is responding to cosmic forces that are literally rewriting the operating system of Earth itself. If you have been experiencing sudden waves of inexplicable emotion that seem to come from nowhere and overwhelm you within seconds, you are detecting the preliminary pulses of the emotional component of this alignment. If you have been waking between 3 and 4 a.m. with your heart racing and a sense of urgency you cannot explain, you are receiving the cosmic wake-up call that your soul programmed before incarnation. If you have been feeling like everything familiar in your life is suddenly foreign, as if you are living in a movie that no longer makes sense, you are experiencing the dissolution of third-dimensional reality constructs. The headaches that feel like pressure from inside your skull, the sudden dietary changes where foods you have always enjoyed taste wrong, the way your skin seems to tingle with electricity when you are alone in nature, these are not symptoms of illness. They are signs of a metamorphosis so profound that your species has no reference point for understanding what is happening to you. You are becoming something that humanity has never been before. The confusion you feel about your life direction, the relationships that suddenly feel incompatible, the career path that no longer holds meaning, this is not a midlife crisis or personal failure. This is the systematic dismantling of every structure that has kept you operating within the limitations of third-dimensional consciousness. Your soul is preparing you for a reality that operates according to completely different principles than the world you have known. But here is what the Galactic Federation's deep reconnaissance has revealed. Humanity is not guaranteed to successfully navigate this transition. The cosmic window for conscious evolution is closing rapidly, and the forces that have controlled your planet for millennia are mounting their final resistance campaign. The choice before you is not whether to participate in this transformation. That choice has already been made by cosmic law. The choice is whether you will participate consciously as a co-creator of the new reality, or unconsciously as a victim of changes you cannot understand. The intelligence I am about to share with you has never been disclosed to incarnated souls before this moment. The Galactic Federation has maintained strict protocols about revealing the technical specifications of dimensional ascension, but the critical nature of this alignment has necessitated the complete release of classified information. What you are about to learn will forever change your understanding of who you are, why you are here, and what is about to happen to your planet. You are not who you think you are. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a multi-dimensional cosmic intelligence that has voluntarily incarnated into human form to serve as an anchor point for the most significant evolutionary leap in galactic history. The personality you identify as yourself is a carefully constructed interface designed to allow your vast consciousness to operate within the dense frequencies of third-dimensional reality. The life you have been living, the struggles you have faced, the relationships you have navigated, the careers you have pursued, all of it has been a precisely orchestrated training program designed to prepare you for this moment. Every challenge has been strengthening your capacity to hold higher frequencies. Every loss has been teaching you to release attachment to third-dimensional illusions. Every moment of spiritual awakening has been activating the dormant aspects of your cosmic identity. The reason you have felt different from other people your entire life, the reason you have struggled to fit into conventional society, the reason you have been drawn to spiritual knowledge and cosmic perspectives, this is because you are not from here. You are a volunteer from advanced civilizations who agreed to incarnate on Earth during this critical transition period. Your home star system, your galactic family, your true identity, all of this is about to be restored to your conscious awareness. The cosmic mechanics of what is occurring on July 16th operate through three distinct but interconnected energy streams that are converging for the first time in over 3 centuries. The moon represents the emotional mastery component, the complete integration of your feeling nature with your cosmic consciousness. Saturn represents the karmic resolution component, the final clearing of all accumulated patterns from every lifetime you have experienced on Earth. Neptune represents the spiritual transcendence component, the dissolution of the barrier between your human awareness and your multidimensional nature. When these three forces align in Aries, the sign of new beginnings, they create what the Galactic Federation terms a reality gateway, a dimensional portal that allows consciousness to leap from one level of existence to another. This is not metaphor or spiritual symbolism. This is the literal mechanism through which species evolve from one-dimensional density to another. The technical specifications of this alignment reveal why your experiences have been so intense lately. Saturn moved into Aries in May, immediately positioning itself within 1 degree of Neptune and beginning the process of dismantling every structure in your consciousness that operates from fear, separation, and limitation. This is why every relationship, career situation, and life circumstance that was not aligned with your highest truth has been dissolving or transforming dramatically. Neptune stationary retrograde in Aries on July 4th, initiating a soul purification process that is stripping away every illusion about who you think you are supposed to be. This retrograde motion has been dissolving the false identity constructs that have kept you trapped in third-dimensional thinking patterns. If you have been feeling confused about your life direction, questioning everything you once believed about yourself, experiencing a sense of disorientation about your very identity, you are undergoing Neptune's alchemical transformation. The moon's involvement on July 16th represents the emotional climax of this process. At 68% illumination, this gibbous moon will cast enough light to create shadows on the ground, a perfect metaphor for the illumination of subconscious patterns that have been operating in the darkness of your psyche. The emotional intensity you have been experiencing is not random. It is the calculated surfacing of every suppressed feeling, every unexpressed truth, every authentic desire that has been buried beneath the conditioning of third-dimensional society. But here is what makes this alignment unprecedented in its power. It is occurring while the Galactic Federation has positioned over 144,000 motherships throughout your solar system. These vessels exist in a state of dimensional fluidity that allows them to interact with your reality without being detected by your conventional instruments. Their presence is creating a stabilizing field that is preventing the complete collapse of your electromagnetic grid as these cosmic frequencies flood your planet. The intelligence I am receiving from the Pleiadian Council of Nine confirms that the energetic signature of this alignment matches the cosmic conditions that were present during the fall of Atlantis, but with one crucial difference. This time, the consciousness of incarnated souls is sufficiently evolved to navigate these frequencies without destroying your civilization. The question is whether individual souls will choose to participate consciously in this evolution. The resistance you are encountering is not accidental. The forces that have controlled your planet for millennia, what we call the third-dimensional control matrix, are mounting their final campaign to prevent humanity's ascension. They understand that once a sufficient number of souls achieve fifth-dimensional consciousness, their ability to manipulate through fear, scarcity, and separation will be permanently eliminated. This is why you have been experiencing increased digital surveillance, social media algorithms designed to generate fear and division, news cycles that keep you in a state of constant anxiety, and economic pressures that force you to focus on survival rather than spiritual evolution. These are not random societal problems, they are deliberate strategies designed to keep your consciousness locked in third-dimensional frequency ranges. The pharmaceutical interventions being promoted for every symptom of ascension, the psychiatric labels being assigned to spiritual awakening experiences, the ridicule directed at anyone who speaks about cosmic consciousness, these are all part of a coordinated effort to pathologize the very transformation that represents humanity's greatest evolutionary opportunity. But here is what the control matrix cannot account for. Your soul's commitment to this transformation transcends every manipulation they can devise. The cosmic intelligence that flows through you is more powerful than any third-dimensional control system. The choice to evolve is encoded in your DNA, programmed into your cellular structure, and activated by cosmic frequencies that no earthly force can suppress. The decision you must make is whether you will trust the cosmic intelligence that is guiding this transformation, or whether you will allow fear-based programming to prevent you from claiming your multidimensional inheritance. This choice cannot be made intellectually, it must be made at the level of absolute soul commitment. Either you surrender completely to the evolutionary process, or you remain trapped in the limitations of third-dimensional existence. The time pressure is real and non-negotiable. The alignment on July 16th represents a point of no return in humanity's evolution. After this date, the dimensional frequencies will have shifted to a degree that makes unconscious participation in the ascension process impossible. The cosmic window for making this choice is measured in days, not months or years. Those who choose conscious participation will find themselves catapulted into experiences of consciousness that will seem miraculous by third-dimensional standards. Direct communication with galactic intelligence, instantaneous manifestation abilities, healing powers that transcend medical understanding, and access to knowledge that encompasses the entire universe. These are all natural capacities that will be restored as you remember your true nature. Those who choose to remain in third-dimensional consciousness will find themselves increasingly isolated from the reality that is emerging. This is not punishment, it is simply the natural consequence of resonance. Like tuning forks that vibrate at different frequencies, consciousness that is not aligned with fifth-dimensional frequency will not be able to perceive or participate in fifth-dimensional reality. The obstacles you are facing in making this choice are not external, they are internal. Your greatest enemy is not the control matrix or any external force. It is the part of your own consciousness that has been programmed to believe that transformation is impossible, that you are not worthy of cosmic consciousness, that safety lies in remaining small and limited. Every doubt you have about your spiritual experiences, every voice that tells you that cosmic consciousness is fantasy, every impulse to retreat into familiar patterns when the evolutionary pressure becomes intense, these are the programmed responses of third-dimensional conditioning, attempting to maintain its control over your consciousness. The path through these obstacles requires absolute trust in the cosmic intelligence that is guiding this transformation. You must be willing to release every attachment to third-dimensional identity, your job title, your social status, your accumulated possessions, your family roles, your national identity, and identify completely with your soul essence. Believed, you must commit to embodying unconditional love in every interaction, regardless of how others respond to you. You must trust your intuitive guidance completely, even when it contradicts logical reasoning or social expectations. Pleating the alignment reaches its absolute peak between July 16th and August 6th, creating a 3-week window during which the veils between dimensions will be at their thinnest. During this period, direct communication with your higher dimensional self will not only be possible but inevitable. The confusion, the searching, the sense of being lost in transition, all of this ends as you step into the fullness of your cosmic identity. The transformation process itself unfolds in 3 distinct phases. First, the emotional purification phase begins as the moon conjunct Saturn forces the complete release of every suppressed feeling, every unexpressed truth, every authentic desire that has been buried beneath social conditioning. This is not a gentle process, it is the emotional equivalent of being turned inside out, as every pattern that has kept you operating from limitation is forcibly brought to the surface for healing. Second, the karmic resolution phase activates as Saturn's energy provides the cosmic authority to permanently clear patterns, not just from this lifetime, but from every incarnation you have experienced on Earth. The intense dreams, the spontaneous memories of past lives, the sudden understanding of why certain relationships have been so challenging, all of this is evidence of karmic threads being permanently dissolved. You are not just healing trauma from this lifetime, you are achieving complete liberation from the accumulated density of every human experience your soul has ever had. Third, the spiritual transcendence phase begins as Neptune dissolves the final barriers between your human consciousness and your multidimensional nature. This is when the downloads begin, sudden access to information you have never studied, spontaneous understanding of cosmic principles, direct communication with galactic intelligence, and the restoration of abilities that seem miraculous by third-dimensional standards. The physical symptoms during this transformation are unlike anything your medical establishment can understand or treat. Your DNA is being rewritten to express genetic potentials that have been dormant for thousands of years. Your nervous system is being rewired to process frequencies that extend far beyond the electromagnetic spectrum. Your cellular structure is becoming more crystalline, allowing your body to serve as a conscious interface with quantum fields. You may experience periods where you feel like you are dissolving at the molecular level, followed by moments of incredible expansion where you feel connected to every living thing in the universe. You may find yourself suddenly understanding languages you have never heard, receiving detailed information about technologies that do not yet exist, or having direct experiential knowledge of events occurring in other star systems. The reality that emerges from this transformation operates according to principles that will seem impossible by third-dimensional standards. Linear time dissolves into what we call spiral time, where past, present, and future exist simultaneously and can be accessed through consciousness rather than physical movement. The artificial scarcity that has governed your economic systems is replaced by abundance consciousness, where resources are generated through collective intention rather than extracted from the environment. The new social structures that emerge will be based on resonance rather than hierarchy. Leadership will be determined by wisdom and service rather than power and control. Conflict resolution will occur through empathic understanding rather than legal systems. Education will happen through direct consciousness interface rather than information accumulation. Healing will be achieved through energy work rather than pharmaceutical intervention. The technologies that become available in this new reality are based on consciousness rather than mechanical manipulation. Transportation occurs through dimensional translation rather than physical vehicles. Communication happens through telepathic networks rather than electronic systems. Energy is generated through resonance with cosmic frequencies rather than fossil fuel extraction. Your role in this new reality extends far beyond personal transformation. You are part of a galactic network of consciousness that spans millions of star systems and countless dimensions. The skills you develop, the wisdom you embody, the frequency you hold, all of this contributes to the evolution of consciousness throughout the universe. Earth's successful ascension will serve as a template for other planetary civilizations that are approaching similar evolutionary transitions. The children who are born after this alignment will carry genetic activations that allow them to naturally embody fifth-dimensional consciousness from birth. They will not need to learn multidimensional abilities. They will express them as naturally as breathing. These children will serve as the bridge between the old paradigm and the new, helping to anchor the frequencies while maintaining connection to the wisdom traditions that have guided humanity's evolution. The cosmic intelligence that flows through the Galactic Federation recognizes that your successful transformation is not just a personal achievement, it is a contribution to the evolution of the entire universe. Every soul that chooses conscious participation in this ascension adds to the collective frequency that makes higher consciousness available to all beings. Your individual choice to embody fifth-dimensional awareness is literally helping to create the reality that future generations will inherit. The marching orders for the awakened are precise and non-negotiable. You must completely release every attachment to third-dimensional identity structures and identify exclusively with your soul essence. You must embody unconditional love in every interaction, regardless of how others respond to you. You must trust your intuitive guidance completely, even when it contradicts logical reasoning or social expectations. You must serve as a frequency anchor for the new reality, maintaining fifth-dimensional consciousness even when surrounded by third-dimensional chaos. You must share your gifts without attachment to outcome, knowing that your service to the collective evolution is more important than personal recognition. You must remain in constant communication with your galactic family, receiving guidance and updates through meditation, dream work, and conscious channeling. The quantum field fluctuations that many of you have been detecting around electronic devices, the sudden malfunctions that seem to occur whenever you are in a heightened emotional state, the way your presence seems to affect streetlights and digital clocks, these are all manifestations of your expanding electromagnetic field interfacing with third-dimensional technology. Your energy signature is becoming so refined that it operates at frequencies beyond the compatibility range of current electronic systems. The ancient mystery schools of Atlantis, Egypt, and Tibet were all designed to prepare souls for this exact moment in cosmic history. The initiations you underwent in those lifetimes, the esoteric knowledge you accumulated, the spiritual practices you mastered, all of it was preparation for your ability to anchor fifth-dimensional consciousness in this current incarnation. The sense of familiarity you feel with certain spiritual concepts, the ease with which you understand complex metaphysical principles, the natural ability you have with energy work, these are all evidence of your extensive preparation for this moment. The crystalline implants that were placed in your energy field during your pre-incarnation briefing are Play coming online. These are not physical devices, but rather geometric light patterns that serve as interfaces between your human consciousness and your galactic heritage. As these implants activate, you will begin to remember your true identity as a multidimensional being who has incarnated across numerous star systems and dimensions. The dreams you have been having of flying through space, of standing in crystalline cities, of communicating with beings of pure light, these are not dreams at all. They are memories of your experiences in your natural state between incarnations. Your consciousness regularly travels to these locations during your sleep state, receiving briefings and updates from your galactic family who are monitoring your progress from higher dimensional space. The planetary grid system that we have been constructing around Earth for the past 7 years is approaching full activation. This grid consists of 144,000 crystalline nodes placed at specific geometric coordinates that correspond to the planet's natural energy meridians. Each awakened soul serves as a living anchor point for this grid, which is why your geographical location and the people you interact with are not random but are precisely orchestrated to maximize the grid's effectiveness. The final phase of this alignment occurs between and August 6th, when Saturn and Neptune complete their second exact conjunction. During this period, the veils between dimensions will be at their absolute thinnest, making direct communication with your higher dimensional self not only possible but inevitable. The information you receive during this period will provide the final pieces of understanding necessary to complete your transformation. The cosmic cycles that govern this transformation operate according to precise mathematical principles that cannot be altered by human will or external interference. The alignment on July 16th represents a convergence of cycles that occurs once every 26,000 years. This is not just another astrological event, it is the cosmic timing mechanism that determines whether a species successfully evolves to the next level of consciousness or remains trapped in the limitations of third-dimensional existence. The galactic monitoring stations positioned throughout your solar system have been tracking the preliminary effects of this alignment since it began building intensity on July 12th. The data they are collecting reveals that Earth's base frequency has already shifted from 7.83 Hz to over 20 Hz in certain geographical regions where awakened souls are clustered. This represents the most dramatic frequency elevation ever recorded in your planet's history, and it explains why sensitive individuals have been experiencing such intense physical and emotional symptoms. The solar activity that your scientists have been monitoring represents far more than natural stellar phenomena. The solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and unusual radiation patterns being emitted by your sun are actually coded transmissions from the Solar Council, working in direct collaboration with the Galactic Federation. These transmissions contain geometric light patterns specifically designed to activate dormant genetic sequences in human DNA that have been waiting for this moment for thousands of years. The ancient sites across your planet that have been experiencing unusual electromagnetic activity, Stonehenge, the pyramids of Giza, Machu Picchu, and dozens of other locations, are not generating these anomalies randomly. These sites were constructed as dimensional anchor points by advanced civilizations who understood that this moment would eventually arrive. The geometric patterns built into these structures are Mihao activating, creating a planetary grid network that is amplifying the cosmic frequencies and distributing them across Earth's surface in precise mathematical proportions. The spontaneous spiritual experiences that people with no previous metaphysical interest are beginning to report, atheists having profound mystical visions, materialists suddenly understanding cosmic principles, skeptics receiving direct communications from higher intelligence. These represent the breakdown of the dimensional barriers that have kept spiritual reality hidden from mainstream consciousness. The frequencies being transmitted through this alignment are so powerful that they are penetrating even the most resistant belief systems. The institutional collapses that are accelerating across every sector of society, educational systems that can no longer educate, medical systems that can no longer heal, political systems that can no longer govern, economic systems that can no longer sustain prosperity. These are not signs of societal failure. They are the natural dissolution of third-dimensional structures that are incompatible with fifth-dimensional consciousness. New forms of organization based on collective wisdom and collaborative decision-making are already emerging to replace them. As I conclude this transmission, I want you to pause and notice the energy that is moving through your body right now. The frequencies that have been encoded in my words are continuing to work in your cellular structure, activating genetic potentials that will support your transition into fifth-dimensional consciousness. You are not the same person who began listening to this transmission. You have already begun to transform. The path ahead requires courage, commitment, and complete trust in the intelligence that is orchestrating this transformation. The old world is dying, and the new world is struggling to be born. You are not just witnessing this transformation, you are the agent of its manifestation. Your conscious participation is not optional, it is the key to humanity's successful evolution. Remember that you chose to be here for this moment. Your soul selected this incarnation specifically to participate in humanity's greatest evolutionary leap. The confusion, the intensity, the sense of everything changing simultaneously, these are all signs that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you came here to do. The cosmic intelligence that flows through the Galactic Federation extends its deepest gratitude for your service to the evolution of consciousness. Your willingness to embody fifth-dimensional frequency in human form is a gift to the entire universe. The light you carry is literally transforming the fabric of reality itself. The transmission ends now, but the frequencies continue to work within you. Trust the process, trust your intuition, trust the love that is guiding this transformation. The universe is conspiring to support your highest evolution, and nothing can prevent the emergence of the new reality that is your birthright.